practice mission is to help you pass the qualification mission. Fly heading 300 Angel 6 at 200 knots.
Chevy 1, airborne.
The hard deck limit is in effect. Do not go below Angels 5 unless the restriction is terminated. Approaching Angel 6, level out and maintain 200 knots. Well done. Maintain 300 Angel 6 at 200 knots. Turn right to 040, maintain Angel 6 at 200 knots.
Warning, autopilot.
Good. Maintain 040 Angel 6 at 200 knots. We will need some altitude for the next series of maneuvers. Climb to Angels 10.
Passing waypoint 2 at 8,000. Chevy 1, passing waypoint 2 at 1,800.
Level out at Angels 10. Maintain 040 and increase speed to 220 knots. Good. Maintain 040 Angels 10 at 220 knots. You are now entering the military operations area. During the next set of maneuvers, attitude, altitude, and direction of flight will change rapidly. You must exercise extreme caution by ensuring the immediate area is clear of other aircraft and that no danger of mid-air collision exists. A clearing turn allows you to clear the area in which you are operating. You will make two 90-degree clearing turns, one to the left and one to the right.
Colt 2, passing waypoint 2 at 7,000. Colt 2, on station at Bulls 120 for 400 at 7,000.
Make a 90-degree left turn and scan the area
Colt
above
2,
and behind
pushing
your
for
aircraft.
waypoint 2 at 7,000.
Good. Watch for any aircraft in the vicinity and be prepared to abort your maneuvers if necessary.
At 8,000. Springfield 1, on station.
Now
at
make a
Bullseye
90-degree
120
right turn
for
and scan the
400
area
at
above and
8,000.
behind your aircraft.
Warning, autopilot.
Springfield 1, pushing from waypoint 3 at 8,000.
Good. Watch for any aircraft in the vicinity and be prepared to abort your maneuvers if necessary. We will now induce a stall and recovery. Pitch the nose up to 45 degrees until you hear the stall horn and the airspeed drops below 60 knots. Recover the aircraft to level flight before Angels 9. Begin when ready. Drop the throttles to idle and then increase once airspeed and airflow increases. Good. Now recover to level flight before Angels 9. Good. You recovered above the expected altitude. Fly heading 040, Angels 10 at 220 knots. Good. Maintain 040, Angels 10 at 220 knots. We will now induce a spin and recovery. Pitch the nose up to 45 degrees until you hear the stall horn and the airspeed drops below 60 knots. Apply right full rudder and pull back on the control stick. Recover the aircraft to level flight before Angels 9. Begin when ready.
Springfield 1, passing waypoint
Good.
4
Maintain
at
this pitch
8,000.
angle until the airspeed drops below 60 knots. Good. Now apply right full rudder and pull back hard on the control stick. Recover before Angels 9. Good. You recovered above the expected altitude. Fly heading 040, Angels 10 at 220 knots. Good. Maintain 040, Angels 10 at 220 knots. Our next maneuver will be a defensive spiral dive, but we need altitude, so climb to Angels 15. Maintain 040 Angels 15 and increase speed to 220 knots. Good. Maintain 040 Angels 15 and 220 knots. The defensive spiral can get you out of a jam when your energy is depleted and you are under attack from another aircraft. The maneuver consists of dropping the nose low during a turn and going into a spiral dive using gravity to supply the energy needed to continue evasive action. The defensive spiral becomes a rolling scissors performed straight down. Your goal is to stay out of phase with the attacker until the ground is dangerously close. The advantage usually goes to the aircraft that can decelerate quicker. You can cut power and extend the speed brakes in an effort to force an overshoot. If this is unsuccessful, you will pull out of the dive at the last possible second, hoping to cause the attacker to crash into the ground. Lower the nose and begin a spiral dive to the left. Maintain a 60-degree bank angle and 10-degree nose-down attitude. You have 2 minutes to complete the procedure. Begin now. Keep pulling that stick into your gut, cadet. Good. Keep a 10-degree nose-down dive angle.
Springfield 1, on station at bullseye 117 for 400 at 8,000. Colts 2, passing waypoint 3 at 7,000. Colts 2,
Good. You can
passing
level off
waypoint
now.
4 at
Completed the spiral
7,000.
dive. Fly heading 210 Angels 8 at 280 knots. Fly heading 210 Angels 8 at 280 knots. Well done. Maintain 210 Angels 8 at 280 knots. Our next maneuver will be a lazy 8. During this maneuver you will climb, turn, and dive through an ever-changing range of speeds. This requires constant adjustment to the stick and attention to where you are in the maneuver. Fly straight and level, then dive to pick up speed and enter the maneuver. Pull back slightly on the stick and start a roll to the left. This will put you into a climbing left turn. Gradually increase the banking angle until you're in a 90-degree turn. At this point, push forward on the stick to bring the nose down to start a dive and roll out of the turn into level flight. When you return to the altitude at which you started, begin a climbing turn to the right, identical to your earlier turn to the left. When you reach a 90-degree bank, start your dive and level out the wings. You should end this maneuver at the same altitude and on the same heading as when you started your first turn. You have 90 seconds to complete the maneuver. Begin now. Good. At midway through the turn, you should be at a 90-degree bank and starting to dive to get back to the starting altitude. Good. You were level at the midpoint of the Lazy 8 above the starting altitude. Good. Well done. You are back on course and altitude. Fly heading 210, Angels 10 at 220 knots. Our last maneuver will be to practice a forced landing. This is when an aircraft is forced to make a landing due to technical problems, medical problems, or weather conditions. Landing as soon as possible is a priority, no matter where. A forced landing may be necessary even if the aircraft is still flyable. This can arise to facilitate emergency medical assistance or get the aircraft on the ground before a major system failure occurs, which would force a crash landing or ditch situation. To simulate an emergency, we will shut down both engines and you will be required to glide the aircraft into a suitable landing area. Shut down both engines now.
Warning, autopilot.
Good. Both engines are off. Now steer towards the emergency divert airfield identified in the briefing and attempt to land on the runway. I have cleared your landing attempt with the local authorities. The hard deck restriction is terminated. If you can't manage a safe landing, you are authorized to eject. Good luck. missed the landing zone, Cadet.
Well done, Cadet. You could pass your qualification check right now, but a few more practice missions and you could ace it.